Good evening and welcome to the Doghouse at Eau Claire North High School. Zaleski Sports presents Big Rivers Conference basketball. Tonight we have the Hudson Raiders, who come to Eau Claire with a 15-8 overall record. They are 10-3 in BRC play, which is good for second place. One game behind first place Eau Claire Memorial. Raiders will square off tonight against the Eau Claire North Huskies, who come in with an overall record of 12-11. They are tied for fourth in BRC play with a 7-6 conference record. Hello again, everybody. I'm Bob Radovich, joined here at the Doghouse by Dave Sparger. And Sparks, we've seen this North team, and I think we saw them at their best. That week they defeated Marshfield, Eau Claire Memorial, and then Monona Grove in a single week. Since then, they've dropped a couple games, but they were very competitive in both of those losses. Now they're going to look to turn things around and enter the postseason on a positive note.
Yeah, they are definitely playing their best basketball down in the second half of the season. As you said, they went on a 5-game win streak there against some very good teams. They've dropped their last two. They were very competitive in them, so it wasn't like they were playing poorly, but they did drop their last two, so they're trying to right the ship before the playoffs. So again, 5-2 over their last 7. You look back at the Hudson Raiders, they're 5-1 since their loss at Eau Claire Memorial, so they're also playing very well right now.
Today's pregame show is brought to you by Asher Exteriors. Call Asher's for your free no-obligation estimate at 888-GO-ASHER or visit goasher.com. That is goasher.com. Get off the ladder and get gutter helmet with Asher Lasting Exteriors. Trust the experts on your most valuable asset, your home. Give them a call today at 888-GO-ASHER. Sparks, when you look at the North Huskies, some of those three-point shooting percentages really jump out at you, especially that of Tyler Barrows.
Tyler Barrows, the last 2 games, is 14 of 18 from the three-point line. You talk about being dialed in. That's incredible over the last 2 games. And in fact, if he's able to keep this up, he's got an opportunity to play the old three-point competition down at the state tournament this year.
Huskies have some other guys shooting it well from distance. Andrew Roxfold, 38.8% for behind the arc. Aaron Gust, 31%. Elliot Besson, 32.1%. But you had a conversation with Michael Kessler, Huskies head coach, and he says that to get those threes, if you start hitting them, that opens up some other things for the Huskies.
Yeah, he really talked about how their offense is really kind of built on their perimeter shooting. If they can start knocking down those deep jumpers, knocking down the 3 or the deep 2s, that forces the defense to come out and try to get out in your face, which opens up the gaps, opens up the seams for you to drive, and then that's when they'll learn to pass fake, ball fake, and hit those seams and drive and dish or drive and finish. So they kind of work outside in, that's for sure.
Pace of play is going to be important in this one, Sparks. You look at North, Huskies average 65.1 points per game. They give up 65.8. Hudson, on the other hand, averages 55 points a game, give up 54.5. So the margin of winning and losing for these teams is razor thin, and just based on that, I think Hudson's going to want to play a slower pace.
Yeah, and I think North has learned something, too, the second half of the season, that they're better at a slower pace. So this tonight is going to be one of those classic half-court matchups.
Herrick and Hart Law Office, they have been on the side of the injured since 1951. Find them at eauclairelaw.com. Hudson, of course, as we said, is the second-place team in the Big Rivers Conference. If they're able to win and Eau Claire Memorial stumbles up at Chippewa Falls tonight, then it will be a two-way tie for the BRC title. But Raiders are probably thinking more about the immediate future, which is this game against Eau Claire North. And Sparks, we've said it a couple times this season, when North is on, they're a really scary team.
Yeah, it's very scary. And if they're on for the postseason, they're going to knock some teams off. They're definitely a higher seed.
We'll talk about where these two teams will wind up in the postseason right after this. Right now will be our national anthem from the Doghouse at Eau Claire North High School.
number 11, Tyler Lazar. And 6'1", senior number 24, Sam Lamont. And now for your Huskies! 6'1", senior number 2, Garrett Stoffel. 6'2", senior number 4, Carter Burns. 6'1", senior number 5, Max Garrett. 6'2", senior number 20, Stephen Hudson. 6'7", senior number 24, Andrew Roxbaugh. The Raiders are led by Mr. Brett Larson, and your Huskies are led by none other than your coach, Michael Kessler. Tonight's officials, Nick Weisenbeck, Tyler Schroer, and Danny Ryder.
Eau Claire North in the home white jerseys, the black numerals, the Columbia blue lettering, Columbia blue and black trim. Hudson in the road navy blue jerseys. Tyler Lassard jumping for Hudson. Andrew Roxvold for Eau Claire North. The ball is tipped and we are underway. North will start out on offense. Up top, here's Carter Burns. Backdoor cut. Roxvold lays it up and in.
Real nice dish off by Carter Burns here on the backdoor cut.
Huskies honoring their 9 seniors prior to the game, and we've got 5 of them in the starting lineup tonight. Hudson's first offensive possession. This is Tyler Lassard. Fires it to Sam LeBlanc. Back to Lassard. Dribble handoff to Swavely. Schwalbach will back it out. Swavely now. Probing and over to Ross Yeager. Lassard will pass on the 3, drives baseline, kicks it, Schwalbach. He gets fouled on the shot. Foul goes on number 2, Garrett Stoffel of the Huskies, and that'll put Schwalbach on the line for 2.
The Raiders are led by Tyler Lassard and Sam Swavely. They're their 2 leading scorers on their roster.
You can get 2 for $6 cheeseburgers. That's 2 cheeseburgers, just $6 at your nearest A&W All-American Food locations in Altoona, Canot, Withee, and Spencer. 2-2, and we're all even on the scoreboard. Raiders putting on some backcourt pressure. Huskies do get it into Maddox Gertz. Hounded there by Yeager. Gertz gives it up. Stoffel. Burns now. Stephen Larson gives it up. Burns on the penetration. Stoffel. Near side. Now Roxvold. Dribble handoff. Huskies continue the possession. Roxvold thinks about the 3, drives, goes glass. Hoop won't have it. Scramble for the rebound. Roxvold gets it back. Kick out. Gertz. Now the pass inside, off the glass and good. Garrett Stoffel.
Good job by the Huskies keeping that offensive board alive. That'll give them 2 points for the effort.
And this has got to be thrilling Michael Kessler. Tough take to the hoop by Swavely. But Coach Kessler's got to be happy. He's got basically 3 reserves who don't get a ton of playing time. Inside, Roxvold layup.
From Gertz right there again. Yeah, Bob, you're exactly right. How about giving these kids off the bench a chance to start today? And they're playing outstanding right now at the beginning of this game, so no worries at all for Coach.
Here's a whistle on the drive. Foul's going to go on the Huskies. It's going to go on Carter Burns. Yeah, he hasn't gone to the bench yet. So I think he's just going to let these guys play it out. And you know.
And these guys have played quite a bit through the season. You know, they're just roles of switch for tonight.
Yeah, he does like to go fairly deep into his bench. Huskies by 2. Here's Lassard. Schwalbach. Now Yeager. Schwalbach again. He'll launch from distance. That rims out. Rebound. Larson. I think the student section across the way is pretty excited that these guys are not just in the game but playing well. Huskies again tried that backdoor cut with Roxfold. Gertz picks it up, clears to Burns. Burns will give it up to Stoffel, and the cut by Gertz. And how about this start for the Huskies? 8-4 North. And a reach and foul, they'll get Maddox Gertz.
Well, the Huskies are doing just a great job on their offensive sets, taking care of the basketball, running their offense, and then patient enough to wait for one of those backdoor cuts, and they're finding them.
Well, and it's interesting, you know, you think back to what Coach Kessler was telling you about the outside game opening up the drive to the hoop. Here you've got, you know, basically 4 non-starters out there with Roxfold. There's an offensive foul on the Raiders, and yet those guys are getting good looks in the paint.
Yeah, and exactly. I think what the Raiders have decided to do is they're going to take away the three-point shot tonight. So they're going way out there on the arc, but what it's created is that backdoor cut. There's a lot of room and a lot of space for that.
They double team Burns. Here's a shot in the lane, no good for Stoffel. Lassard back quickly the other way. Picked up by Gertz, kick out, LeBlanc. Knocked away and nearly stolen by Andrew Roxfold.
Oh, Roxfold wanted that one. He saw that pass coming.
Aiden Jamison in for Hudson. So is Oscar Grotehouse. Grotehouse, 6-foot junior. Jamison, a 5'11 junior. Huskies have a 4-point lead. The Raiders have the basketball. Jamison gives it up to LeBlanc. Back to Jamison. Grotehouse kicks it out. Swavely probing, but picked up by Burns. Lassard on the drive, gets to the glass, overlaid, but right there is Sam LeBlanc for the putback.
Yeah, that's what Sam LeBlanc does so well for the Raiders. He pounds the glass offensively and defensively.
LeBlanc is a 6'1 senior who averages just under 7 points per game, but Sparks, he's shooting almost 56% from the floor, and a lot of it is just like that, cleaning up on the glass.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all the putbacks that he does so well with.
Roxfold gives it up to Larson. Larson on the drive. Puts up the shot. That's no good. Tipped around. Grotehouse has it. Oscar Grotehouse dribbles into the lane. Kick out to Jamison. Now they reset with Swavely up top. Lassard on the drive. Three-pointer Jamison. That's way off. Burns corrals that errant shot and gets it back from Gertz. And it's knocked away. Grotehouse on the steal, ahead to Swavely for the layup.
Swavely comes up a little hobbled, though, after that basket. But he's not affected on this one again.
And a steal by Swavely. He gets hacked. Foul will go on Burns. Brent Larson, the Hudson coach, is kind of looking at the officials there, and a lot of the Hudson fans wanted an intentional foul, but it's just a two-shot foul. The Rural Virtual Academy is an online tuition-free public school serving students pre-K through high school right here in Wisconsin. For more information, visit ruralvirtual.org. Now subs in for Eau Claire North, and the guys who got this game started will get a nice ovation. So a more typical lineup for the Huskies, including TJ Johnson, Tyler Barrows, and Roxwold will stay out there. Also, Elliot Besson is in for North. Here's Roxwold, hands to Barrows.
Yeah, Barrows is number 22 for those of you watching at home. He's the guy that can light it up from deep.
Roxwold to Barrows up top. They run the weave with Johnson. Fires it in the corner. TJ Johnson on the drive. Tyler Johnson out to Elliot Besson. They'll reset with Tyler Johnson. Johnson in the lane, lost the handle, fires it down low, and the finish.
Pretty no-look pass right there.
TJ Johnson for the bucket.
Just when you thought it was going to be a turnover, he gets it back and does a no-look. And he gets another one.
Tyler Johnson misses the layup.
Got a little too fancy on that one.
I think he was thinking dunk, and then on the way up thought, maybe not. Bounce pass inside. Good look for number 22, Oliver Huth. He couldn't finish. Knocked out of bounds, and the Huskies will have it. We're all tied up. Just over 10 minutes, just under 11 minutes to go in this first half. Marquardt Motors, your local Buick and GMC dealer, has the area's largest pre-owned and new vehicle inventory with new arrivals daily. View the inventory at marquardtmotors.com or stop in to talk to a friendly salaried sales consultant. Roxwold on the drive. Dumps it down to TJ Johnson. Barrows, boy, they are really out on Tyler Barrows. TJ Johnson on the drive.
Oh, a nice drive, just couldn't get the finish.
Had the finger roll. Hoop wouldn't have it, though. Brennan Nelson, number 4, is into the game for Hudson. Here's Jamison on the drive. Grotehouse puts it up, hits a tough shot.
But right now the Raiders have their top 2 leading scorers on the bench getting the rest, and they're still doing a really nice job.
Hudson with the basketball again. Here's Grotehouse. It's out of bounds, and the Huskies will get it back.
You're going to get a foul here, actually, on Oliver Huth, as he was trying to clear out their Husky defender so he get to the lane there. So he got called for a moving screen inside.
So 3 of the Hudson starters are back in. Swavely, Schwalbach. Grotehouse will stay out there. Ross Yeager out there as well, one of the starters. Besson gives it up to TJ Johnson. Barrows will pop from distance. It's good. We talked about his recent three-point shooting sparks. So what is that? Let's do the math now. So what does that make? He was 14 of 18 coming in?
15 and 19.
15 and 19 in a couple of games. That's really impressive at any level. Huskies with a 1-point lead. Raiders have the basketball. Here's Schwalbach. Swavely will kick it out to Grotehouse, and now they'll reset with Yeager. Yeager on the drive. Swavely will drive, spins, gets it swatted, but they're going to get the foul on Barrows.
Yeah, nice job by Roxwold coming over to give him the help. But you're right, Barrows is going to pick up the push before the shot. Or excuse me, right at the beginning of the shot.
Keep your home and valuables safe with SOS Security in Eau Claire. Protect against intruders, fires, water, and more for every room, every door, and every window. Place your trust in SOS Security. Tyler Lassard back into the game for the Raiders. Roxvold the rebound. 13 all. Just over 9 minutes to go. We figured this would be a good one. Last regular season game for both of these teams. Roxvold from distance, it rims out, knocked away by Barrows. He saves it to Gust. Out to Besson. Thought about the three, but they get him on the up and down traveling on Besson. HS Fence has been serving Wisconsin's commercial and residential fencing needs for the last 18 years. HS Fence specializing in chain link, vinyl, wood, and ornamental fencing. 13 apiece. Hudson possession, looking to break this tie. Been close right from the get-go. Lassard got in the air and realized he had nobody to pass it to.
Yeah, he was thinking Swavely was going to do a little fadeaway there, come out to the arc, but he did not. He stayed there for the screen, and that one got away from him.
Brady Jensen checks in for the Huskies. Again, backward pressure by the Raiders. Huskies get it into Gust, and now back to Roxvold. Besson up top to Gust. Gust on the drive. Out to Roxvold. Besson on the drive. Little Euro step and off the glass.
Tough finish right there for the Huskies. Besson's had a few quality games here down the stretch too.
Yeah, he's always been a really good spot up shooter, but he's added the slash to the basket as part of his game, and it's just made him more effective. LeBlanc, little short on the little turnaround jump hook. Gust to Besson. Gets the high pick. Hands to Barrows. Long distance three-pointer. Besson, no. Rebound batted around, winds up in the hands of Swavely. Lassard on the drive, right through contact for two.
Well, Bob, we've seen Hudson play several times this year, and they're just nothing flashy about them, other than they just are so good defensively. Their team aspect of things and how they play their five-man offense and the way they play defense. Again, only giving up 54 points a game is why they're the second best team in the conference.
Barrows will pop from outside. He's feeling it. 2-2 from distance tonight. 16 of his last 20 from behind the arc. That's something. On the drive, Schwalbach couldn't get that one to drop off the glass. Barrows to the hoop, but a whistle and a foul.
Yeah, nice little shot fake right there from Barrows. The Raiders defender had to grab him as he went by.
Back into the game for Hudson, number 15, Oscar Roadhouse. You can get Culligan Water for just $9.95 a month for the first 3 months. Visit Sterling Culligan Water at CulliganH2O.com. Non-shooting foul, so the Huskies have it. Roxvold operating against Lassard. Contact. And Andrew Roxvold will go to the line to shoot a pair. At Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, whether you are a professional athlete, weekend warrior, or simply have an aching joint, rest assured that you will receive unsurpassed care delivered with compassion and respect. When you need it most, visit the sports medical experts at Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. 5 points now for Andrew Roxvold. One of those 9 seniors in the Huskies roster. Roxvold on his way to play college hoops at UW-Eau Claire. And how about the timing for him? He gets to go straight into the brand new Sonintag Center.
That might have been a draw for him, right? Some beautiful facility like that.
I've heard via the old grapevine, as Roxvold hits the second, that both a number of women's basketball recruits and men's basketball recruits literally committed on the spot when they got their tour.
Yeah, that's just an absolutely a gorgeous facility. Something that the Eau Claire can really use to sell their programs.
From the outside, Yeager, that's off. Gust to bring it up. Aaron Gus, tough shot. Ooh, just a little too strong.
Well, going back to the previous foul by the Raiders, it was on Tyler Lassard, his second of the half, so they're leading scorers on the bench right now.
Here's Yeager. Gets inside, a little too hard. He was challenged by Roxbold, who grabbed down the rebound. Besson will launch from distance. It rims out. What that rebound by LeBlanc. He just takes up all kinds of space.
Yeah, he acts inside like he's 6'6", but he's only 6'1".
Good look that time by the Raiders. Again, the hoop won't have it. Huskies basketball up by 5. Roxbold will pop from distance. That rims out. LeBlanc the rebound, and we're going to get a foul on the Huskies.
Fouls on North, number 11, Hudson ball.
It'll be Hudson basketball. 5 minutes, 11 seconds remaining. Raiders basketball down by 5. Roxbold 6 points to lead the North Huskies. Here's LeBlanc. Working down low, using that body, but the shot a little too strong, and a rebound to Elliott Johnson. Barrows has the basketball. They'll reset with Tyler Johnson. Nice pass inside. A lot of contact down there. Second effort. Elliott Johnson. The ball just won't go down through the hoop for him. Schwalbach with it up top to Swavely. And Sparks, you mentioned Lassard being on the bench. It'll be interesting to see where Hudson goes to get some points. Right now they're going to LeBlanc. Backing his way in. Puts up the shot. No good. Tyler Johnson the rebound.
Yeah, that's 2 times now Sam LeBlanc's had it on the post and just kind of cleared everybody else out.
Aaron Gust gets that 3 to drop. And the Raiders want a timeout as the Huskies have opened up an 8-point lead. We'll step aside as well. You're watching boys high school basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Exteriors is committed to craftsmanship, innovation, and outstanding customer service as Western Wisconsin's trusted gutter and gutter helmet experts. Our highly trained certified technicians can install gutter helmet onto new or existing gutters. Gutter helmet blends in beautifully with your home, can withstand the heaviest of rainfalls, and is backed by a lifetime transferable warranty. Save up to 20% with zero down and no interest or payments for up to 18 months with seamless gutters and gutter helmet. Brought to you by Asher Lasting Exteriors.
We are back at the Doghouse. Festive atmosphere, and the home team doing its part, opening up an 8-point lead over the Hudson Raiders. Bob Radovich, Dave Sparger with you. And Spargs, boy, you know, North, they played a lot of guys. Everybody's contributing. They're playing with really good energy. And you look it up here, and now it's 4 minutes to go. Raiders find themselves down 8. You talked about Tyler Lassard and his 2 fouls. Well, now he's back in the game.
Yeah, I think they're kind of running into that danger zone, right? They got 4 minutes left here in the first half, and all of a sudden they're down 8. They're like, we got to chance it. We got to get Lassard back on the floor, and we got to put some points on the board so we're not down double digits come second half. So important 4-minute stretch right here for Tyler Lassard.
Raiders will have the basketball as we're under 4 minutes to go in this first half. Roadhouse gives it up. Jamison. Back to Swavely. Swavely is the leading scorer for the Raiders. He's got 7 of their 15 points. And a steal. Roxbold now. Knocked away. Good defensive play by Grodehouse. Picked up by Swavely. Little hesitation dribble up top now. Roadhouse will give it up. Here's Lassard. Fires it down low. Jamison. Trying to get it back to Lassard, but Huskies close down those passing lanes and they get another turnover. Gertz drops it down low. Kick out to Barrows. Gertz will get called on the travel. Stop Construction is a premier builder of municipal and industrial water and wastewater treatment systems in the Midwest. Stop Construction, a 100% employee-owned company. Raiders will walk it up. He trailed by 8.
Yeah, important possession right here for the Raiders. They've been scoreless now for probably about the last 4 minutes.
Three-pointer on the way. That's no good. Barrows the rebound. Yeah, Sparks, they tied it on a bucket to make it 15-all, and then it's been an 8-0 run by the Huskies. Backdoor cut, and then a steal by Schwalbach. Played that passing lane well. In the corner, Swavely for 3. That's no good. Roxvold the rebound. Tyler Johnson will slow it down. You always want to wait and see what he's going to do because he's got that little hesitation dribble. He's liable to take it in just when you think he's going to slow it down.
Yeah, real good hesitation dribble, and he'll just blow right by you.
Roxvold on the drive. He'll get fouled. That'll go on Oscar Grotehouse. Enjoy the benefits of business banking at Security Financial Bank with several options to fit your business. Learn more about business banking at sfbank.com. Huskies will have the basketball. That's just the 5th team foul this half on the Raiders. Roxvold has it. And they've made a switch. It's no longer Lassard guarding Roxvold. And I think Roxvold recognizes it, but instead he gets stripped by Grotehouse. Now a whistle in the backcourt. And the foul is going to go on Roxvold. And that is the 7th team foul on the Huskies. That'll put the Raiders at the line.
Again, just showing that Raiders defense so good with their hands and sealing gaps on those penetrations, and the strip right there from Roxvold. And then Roxvold tried to get the ball back and fouled, and now the Raiders are at the line. Sam
LeBlanc will check in, and Lassard will check out. So keeping him in with 2 fouls for those last couple minutes didn't really change anything. But at the same time, he didn't pick up that third foul. But at the same time, it's just a better defensive team with him out there.
Well, that's just, I was going to say, at least we could see the difference defensively, though. Even though he wasn't on Roxvold, he was able to create other situations for him.
Free throw no good, so the margin stays at 8 points. Tyler Johnson will pop from outside. That's short. Ball nearly knocked away, but the Raiders recover. And here's Grotehouse. Oscar Grotehouse to the hoop. No, but he'll go to the line to shoot a pair with 1:22 left. Castle Insurance, based in Eau Claire, is your local independent insurance provider for all your insurance needs. You can depend on Castle Insurance. Oscar Grotehouse, the 6-foot junior, and he breaks that 8-0 streak by the Huskies with that free throw. Raiders would love to cut this lead down a bit before the half. We'll see if the Huskies want to milk this next possession. Burn some more time off the clock. It's a 6-point margin. Johnson double teamed. He fires it in the corner to TJ Johnson and goes out of bounds.
Yeah, that half-court trap right there. And it worked for the Raiders as they create that turnover.
Aaron Gust will check in now for the Huskies, and he'll get Barrows. Barrows will set. Yeah, one of those Tyler Johnson trying to make something happen, but I think, in hindsight, he'd look at that and go, okay, it's not really the highest percentage play. Schwalbach from distance, it's good.
Boy, he was ready to shoot that as the ball crossed half court. He was just planted there, just waiting for that ball.
So we talked about the Raiders cutting into that lead, and they have. Besson for 3, that's no good. TJ Johnson way up for the rebound, but it's knocked away. Scramble for the basketball. Huskies recover, but they can't save it. Raiders basketball with 40.4 seconds left. Now we have a whistle, and Maddox Gertz will come in. for Tyler Johnson.
Be interesting to see what the Raiders want to do now with 40 seconds left. See if Coach Larson just wants to go for one or just keep running his offense.
Swavely on the drive. Grothaus knocked away, gets it back. What a pass to Schwalbach.
Could not finish.
Couldn't hit the layup.
What a great dish underneath.
Michael Kessler has the one finger. That's the index finger, I'll clarify. He's got the one finger up, and they will go for a last shot. Sorry, Sparks. I just wanted to be clear.
That one caught me off guard, no doubt about it.
There's a reach in and they play on, and so 3.8 seconds to go. The Huskies will keep it. Now Roxvold and Barrows will check in, so Huskies get a couple more shooters out there. They lead by 3. Back to Roxvold. Spin. Won't get the hoop. One half of basketball, and we get a close game. North Huskies 23, Hudson Raiders 20. Sparks, your impressions of the first half?
Well, not surprised on how it's run. Like you said, a half-court set both ways. Low-scoring affair, just 23-20. And to be honest, if I'm the Raiders, I'm pretty excited that we're only down 3 because they went a long stretch without able to score. They just did not look real good on the offensive end a lot. So, you know, from their standpoint, they're going, all right, we're only down 3. We'll deal with that. Huskies, on the other hand, they did some nice things from the perimeter, able to knock down those threes. And when they're knocked down those threes, then they were able to beat them on those backdoor cuts. So they'll look to continue that second half.
We are at the half here at the Doghouse. It's the North Huskies leading the Hudson Raiders 23-20. We'll take an extended break. When we return, we'll have the second half of action. You're watching boys high school basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Fleet Farm has everything you need for every season of life. From tending the vegetable garden season to planting 100 acres of crops season. Fleet Farm is your one-stop shop. Whether it's strawberry jam season, cook your walleye season, or his first set of wheels season. Fleet Farm is built for every season. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
Blue Northern Distributing of Eau Claire, Wisconsin is a local family-owned business and has been distributing products in western Wisconsin for over 20 years. Our friendly truck drivers are extensively trained to be the best in the industry.
Because it's a really good family-oriented company.
Blue Northern distributes milk and dairy products to many schools and businesses. Right now, we are seeking qualified Class A truck drivers to join our fleet. Apply today at BlueNorthernDistributing.com.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
they, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed. It's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Security needs to be at the top of the list when it comes to your family, home, and lifestyle. Our focus is providing your family with peace of mind by offering state-of-the-art systems that blend convenience and security into one. It all starts with our security system, which lets you add control of lights, door locks, thermostats, and more. You can control all of them with your touchscreen keypad or your mobile phone. With this state-of-the-art system, home control can be adjusted to your lifestyle automatically.
It's state-of-the-art security that fits into your lifestyle and your life. Give us a call today to learn more.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
I know that I can handle schooling my children because RVA provides the tools that I need. The RVA has adjusted curriculum by placing children right where their learning is. That's the number one goal, is to make sure that your children are learning, and so you don't move on if they haven't grasped the concept. You stop, pause, and you make sure that you grasp that before you move on. The RVA will work with your child's needs and will provide the support and the attention that your child not only needs but deserves.
Today's game is brought to you by Toyson Ford. Stop in at Toyson Ford to pick out your new ride. Come see why all your friends and neighbors say you'll find a friend at Toyson Ford. An SC Swiderski apartment or home is certain to be where you want to live, work, and play throughout the Chippewa Valley. No matter where you live, look to SC Swiderski to make you feel right at home. Wall-to-Wall Carpet One, located on East Hamilton Avenue in Eau Claire. Give Wall-to-Wall Carpet One a call at 715-598-4485. Since 2009, Momentum Baseball Academy has been leading baseball instruction in western Wisconsin. Momentum Baseball Academy, official partner of the Eau Claire Express.
At Marquardt Motors, we want our customers to experience the highest possible level of satisfaction. That's why we offer the largest selection of new and used vehicles at the lowest possible price. It's why we offer Saturday service, and we have our own body shop on site. I'm Dave Marquardt. I invite you to come experience the personal service we've worked for 50 years to achieve and will continue to improve on for many years to come. At Marquardt Motors, we want our customers...
There are a lot of benefits to schooling our children from home. We get to spend a lot of time with them, and there are eureka moments like seeing them walk for the first time, or they figure something out and they're so excited about it.
The RVA really does work with each family to individualize each child's education to help them really succeed.
This is like the best thing in Wisconsin in terms of school.
For us, the RVA was our first and best choice of schools to choose.
We love the RVA.
At Marquardt Motors, we want our customers to experience the highest possible level of satisfaction. That's why we offer the largest selection of new and used vehicles at the lowest possible price. It's why we offer Saturday service, and we have our own body shop on site. I'm Dave Marquardt. I invite you to come experience the personal service we've worked for 50 years to achieve and will continue to improve on for many years to come.
Today's game is brought to you by Apple Weight Loss. Chiropractic care is more than just making the pain disappear. It's about learning, understanding, and taking care of your body to improve your quality of life with Apple Weight Loss. Whether buying or selling, home, recreation, commercial, no matter your budget, find the listings at DonnellanOnline.com. Franson Bank & Trust has a team of experienced bankers that will provide a vast array of loan products tailored to your situation. Franson Bank & Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Asher Laston Exteriors is committed to craftsmanship, innovation, and outstanding customer service as Western Wisconsin's trusted gutter and gutter helmet experts. Our highly trained certified technicians can install gutter helmet onto new or existing gutters. Gutter helmet blends in beautifully with your home, can withstand the heaviest of rainfalls, and is backed by a lifetime transferable warranty. Save up to 20% with zero down and no interest or payments for up to 18 months with seamless gutters and gutter helmet. Brought to you by Asher Laston Exteriors.
Fleet Farm has everything you need for every season of life. From tending the vegetable garden season to planting 100 acres of crops season. Fleet Farm is your one-stop shop. Whether it's strawberry jam season, cook your walleye season, or his first set of wheels season. Fleet Farm is built for every season. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
Welcome back to the Doghouse, Eau Claire North High School. Well, Huskies boys basketball team in this regular season finale, leading Big Rivers Conference rival Hudson 23-20. Bob Radovich, Dave Sparger with you here at the Doghouse. Sparks, real interesting game. North had a great start, considering they started 4 senior reserves along with their leading scorer Andrew Roxbold. Tyler Lessard of Hudson picked up a couple fouls. He had to sit a little bit. But a good push by the Raiders at the latter stages of that second half to make this a 3-point game, because the Huskies had the ball on multiple occasions up 8. They got to push that up to double digits. It's a whole different thing going into the halftime down double digits than down 3, obviously.
Yeah, we heard a great comment at halftime. Somebody said, you know what? If you weren't looking at the scoreboard, it feels like North should be up 10 or 12. And I was looking up, and I'm like, you know what? You're exactly right. It just feels like North should be up better than just the 3 points they are. So compliment to the Raiders, be able to close the gap there before half. So we're in for a good second half here.
Sam Swavely leading Hudson with 7 points. Andrew Roxpool, Tyler Barrows 6 apiece. For the Huskies, Raiders have the basketball as we get it going here in the second half. Lessard, move it out to Yeager. Now on the far side, it's Swavely. Gets the pick from Lessard, works it over to Schwalbach. Yeager will bring it up top, give it to Lessard. Guarded by TJ Johnson. LeBlanc will leave it for Lessard. Picks up his dribble. Cross court over to Yeager. Yeager into the lane. Here's a 3-pointer. It's good by Schwalbach, and we are back to even.
Schwalbach up to 8 points now. He's had a couple threes.
Besson on the drive. Gets inside. Oh, the kick out to Gust. Besson through traffic to Barrows. Roxvold. Got some space there. We'll take it in on Lessard. Again, Lessard's got the 2 fouls. Roxvold, no good. Lessard tips to LeBlanc. And the Raiders have it with the chance to take the lead. Swavely, pull-up jumper, good. Hudson on top, 25-23.
Come out first 2 possessions, knock down a 3, follow that up with a 2. They take the lead.
That's Hudson's first lead since it was 12-10. Roxvold answers on the other end.
Yeah, one of the few times you're going to see a Raiders breakdown defensively like that.
Dribble handoff to Lessard. Back to Swavely. Swavely on the drive, takes Barrows inside, goes glass. Won't get the roll, but a foul on Tyler Barrows. The Dolman Insurance Agency provides business, home, auto, and farm insurance throughout the Chippewa Valley. Contact Eric Knutson in Elk Mound or Wayne Dolman in Eau Claire. Dolman Insurance, come for the rates, stay for the service.
For Barrows, that's his second foul tonight.
Second free throw coming now for Swavely, who is into double figures. He's now has 11 points. Gust in the backcourt, double team comes. Roxvold. Besson, 3-pointer, it rims out. On the carom, LeBlanc gives it back to Schwalbach. Up top, Lessard. Schwalbach again. Nice take to the hoop, no good. Roxvold the rebound. Gust on the push, layup, good.
Nice job by Gus seeing that open up, taking it hard to the hoop.
Aaron Gust has 5 points for the Huskies. Back to even, 27 apiece. Schwalbach, spin move, layup, no good. Roxvold the rebound. Gust is running. Around to Besson. Besson on the drive, layup, no good. LeBlanc, a nice job in the box out to get the rebound. Lassard fires it over to Schwalbach. Yeager has it.
I thought that pace was about to pick up there. We started going up and down a little bit, but the Raiders will slow this back down.
Swavely kicks to Yeager. LeBlanc, now Schwalbach. Swavely will try a three-pointer, that's short. LeBlanc rebound, back to Swavely, counted and the foul.
Sam Swavely's having a great job on the offensive end tonight.
And who was in the middle of that, battle for the rebound?
Yeah, Sam LeBlanc again.
Yeah, just in the right place at the right time. Traditional three-point play for Swavely, who is now up to 14 points, and the Raiders have moved out to a three-point lead. Swavely playing some really tight defense on Barrows. Besson the drive, no good. TJ Johnson had a hand on it. Here's Swavely now on the push. Swavely and Raiders will get a couple subs in there. It's a 5-point lead now for Hudson. They're on a 12-4 run to open up the second half. Gust in the backcourt. And we get a whistle, and a foul is going to go on Sam Schwalbach. Now's your chance to join the team at Blue Northern, hiring for drivers in Eau Claire and Sparta. Apply online today at BlueNorthernDistributing.com. Gust will bring it up for the Huskies. Still to the hoop, and he will go to the line. The foul will go on Schwalbach. Olympic Flame Restaurant in Eau Claire since 1980. Uncle Lampros brought homemade family recipes from Greece, and the tradition continues today at Olympic Flame Restaurant. Eau Claire's best kept secret, Olympic Flame Greek Restaurant on London Road.
Raiders are kind of mixing up their full court press. They'll just go full court man, or they'll all of a sudden go that run and jump on that full court man. And that time they just backed off, went traditional, just man all the way up.
1 of 2 for Aaron Gust. 4-point lead, and then a foul up top. TJ Johnson on the reach-in. That's the third foul this half on the Huskies. Lassard into the backcourt for Schwalbach, who will walk it up. Swavely now, operating on Barrows. LeBlanc to Schwalbach. Little handoff to Lassard. Oh, he'll pop from distance, and that is good.
Oh, Bob, I was just going to tell you, the Raiders got to feel great because the fact that Lassard only had 2 points so far, and he averaged just 13.5, and sure enough, he knocked down a big three.
It's now a 7-point margin for Hudson. Barrows on the drive, layup no good. LeBlanc, another rebound. Here's Lassard. Quickly into the front court, but they'll slow it down now. Swavely. He's not going to slow it down. Lassard, the putback, and with that,
Huskies.
Huskies and Michael Kessler have seen enough. Hudson has roared out of the locker room and open up a 37-28 lead over the North Huskies. Timeout on the floor. We'll step aside as well. You're watching boys high school basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Blue Northern Distributing of Eau Claire, Wisconsin is a local family-owned business and has been distributing products in western Wisconsin for over 20 years. Our friendly truck drivers are extensively trained to be the best in the industry.
Because it's a really good family-oriented company.
Blue Northern distributes milk and dairy products to many schools and businesses. Right now, we are seeking qualified Class A truck drivers to join our fleet. Apply today at BlueNorthernDistributing.com.
Hudson was down 23-20 at the half, but now the Raiders have opened up a 37-28 lead on the North Huskies. They've turned it up on the defensive end, and they've been really efficient running their offense. Tyler Johnson with the basketball now for the Huskies. He's back in. Here's Gust. Over to Carter Burns. Back to Johnson. Still plenty of time in this one. Under 13 minutes. We get a whistle and a foul down on the baseline. Chase Matasinski picking up the foul. He's a sophomore for the Huskies, for the Raiders rather, where's number 23. Open look, Gust, short, rebound Roxvold. Johnson, step back three, it's no good. Raiders a chance now to go up double digits. Roadhouse will give it up to Lassard. Lassard on the drive. Gets inside and scores.
Finish. Strong finish inside by Lassard. Boy, this second half it has just been Swavely and Lassard taking over.
Huskies need a hoop. Played so well to start, and they've lost a little bit of their mojo. Johnson trying to give it some of it back, and he gets the roll.
Well, you called it. That was a big hoop right there for the Huskies. Kind of had to slow that tide going right there.
His first bucket, and we know he's a very streaky player. He can go on a run on his own. Turnaround shot in the lane is good for Oscar Groothuis.
Groothuis with a real pretty move there in the paint. Little shot fake and fade away.
Groothuis 6 points off the bench. Johnson on the drive, gets it to Gust. Burns up top, Burns. That's a little short. Matasinski the rebound. Lassard operating on Burns. Matasinski gets to the hoop.
Can't finish.
And who's there for the rebound but Swavely? He'll bring it back up. Knocked away. Johnson, behind the back, layup, good!
High right, Leo, finish on that one.
Tyler Lassard in the lane, no, knocked out of bounds. They say last touch by the Raiders. Tyler Johnson, what did I say? He's a run waiting to happen. He somehow kept the dribble alive, drove into traffic, and it's Lassard back there too. What does he do? He go behind the back, just throw it up there with the throw up a little reverse layup. Oh well.
Well, he got the student section excited with that finish.
So the Huskies have it within single digits. Besson, kick out, Roxvold for three. Ooh, it's short.
Roxvold's been quiet lately. Still sitting on 8 points.
Had his feet under him that time, but just came up short. Brennan Nelson will bring it back out. LeBlanc on the low blocks. Kick out. Raiders able to save it. Good work that time by Brennan Nelson, the senior guard. Now Aiden Jamison will check in for Matasinski. Maddox Gertz in for the Huskies. Under 10 minutes to go, second half. Open look from distance. Yeager, no good. Ball winds up in the hands of Roxvold. Now Johnson. He'll dribble it out. In the corner to Gertz. Maddox Gertz into the lane. Gets it to Roxvold. And now Besson up top. Gertz clears to Johnson. Gets a high pick. Johnson. Nice dish down low. Kick out. Roxvold. He'll pop from distance. That one long.
That hit the structure.
And it hit the stanchion and bounced into the bucket. So Roxvold has yet to heat up from distance. He does have 8 points. He's had to work for all those. 9:13 to go, and it's a 9-point lead for the Raiders. Walking it up is Grotehouse. Clears to Jamison. And now Nelson. Grotehouse way up top. Couple subs getting ready to check in for the Raiders. Here's a three-pointer, Brennan Nelson. That's no good. Rebound, Brady Jensen. Johnson trying to step through, and they get him on the travel.
Yeah, he tried to use that Euro step to get through traffic, and thought he actually only had 2 steps, but they said he had that third one down before he released it.
Oliver Huth back in for the Raiders, as is Sam Schwalbach. Raiders remain in the lead. It's a 9-point game. They got the basketball.
This just reminds me of the first half when the Huskies were up 8. You were just kind of waiting for somebody to stretch that lead out. Again, same thing.
Schwalbach fires it over to Brennan Nelson, who couldn't corral the pass.
Yeah, you're kind of waiting for the Raiders to either extend the lead and kind of put this thing away a little bit, or they're going to leave the Huskies that opportunity to make that little run.
Tyler Barrows into the game for the Huskies. He's got 6 points on a pair of three-pointers. See if the Huskies try to run something for him to get him a look from the perimeter. Besson to Gertz. Gertz won't get the bucket, but he'll go to the line to shoot a pair. SC Swiderski, an SCS apartment or home is where you want to live, work, and play all throughout central Wisconsin, the Chippewa Valley, and the Fox Valley. No matter where you live, look to SC Swiderski to make you feel right at home. Visit scswiderski.com for more. Aaron Gust back in for the Huskies. Second free throw coming now for Maddox Gertz. He's got 2 of 2. 14 fouls on the Raiders, 3 on the Huskies. Raiders get it to Nelson. Little floater. No. Roxvold the rebound. 3 on 3 for the Huskies. Get it back to Roxvold. Now Besson up top. Besson to Barrows. Dribble handoff. Gertz. Besson from distance. That's no good. Kept alive. Roxvold. That's too long. Rebound Jamison. Knocked away by Barrows. And a timeout taken by Mike Kessler and the Huskies. Raiders 41, Huskies 34, 7:40 to go. We'll take a break and be back with more. You're watching boys high school basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
they, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed.
It's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
You know, we are back at the doghouse. Huskies have cut into that lead just a bit. It's now a 7-point margin. Raiders 41-34 in the lead. It was North on top at the break, 23-20 after leading by as much as 8 in the first half. But Hudson played really well on both ends of the floor here in the second half. Huskies with Barrows in the corner. Baseline, here's Roxvold backing in on Lassard. It's no good. Lassard's got the rebound, and Roxvold is down. Actually, 2 North guys are down, so it's 5-on-3. Open look, and a three-pointer. Sam Schwalbach.
Yeah, how about taking a wide open 3 when it's 5-on-3, but he knocks it down.
Well, if nothing else, you know you got the rebounding advantage.
That's true, too.
See, I'm thinking like a shooter, Spikes.
Because you would have taken
Let
that,
the
no doubt.
Of course I would.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I was launching at the WIAA today. Of course, I was shooting by myself, so there was no defense. So,
but you were knocking them down. That's the key.
Well, enough of them. Yeah, enough of them. Huskies trailing by 10, and the free throw short by Besson. The free throw line has not been all that kind to the Huskies in this one. .701 left. 1-2 for Besson. Huskies get it down to single digits. The way Hudson takes care of the basketball, and is in general, they're patient on offense.
Yeah.
9 points, that's a lot against this team.
Well, again, they're second in the conference, and not because they have just this 1 or 2 flashy players that do all the scoring. All 5 of them just do a great job of taking care of the basketball. They can all go to the hole. They all finish. They all can shoot free throws. They're just a very solid team.
Yeah, how about that? 15 wins of the season. They're 10-3 in the Big Rivers Conference, and they average 55 a game. What does that tell you? Well, they're playing some defense. Yep.
Defense, absolutely. They don't turn the ball over. They play great defense. That'll get you a lot of wins.
Six and a half to go now. Knocked away. Retrieved by the Raiders. Lassard, nope. Had that one dribble over the line. So
gave him the old announcer's jinx right there.
That's exactly what I did.
No turnovers, and then all of a sudden there they did.
No, both of these teams know their path through the postseason. Hudson has the 7 seed in the sectional. That means they get a home game on Friday, March 1st against DC Everest. On that same night, Eau Claire North, the 11 seed, has to travel to 6th seeded Neenah.
Yeah, that'll be a tough matchup there.
Besson gets it knocked away. Again, though, like we said at the beginning, when the Huskies are right and you get them on one of their runs, they're a tough team. And you figure they're going to go into the postseason with really nothing to lose. And you would imagine a team like Neenah, very well coached. Lee Rubbis has been over there for a while, has got a lot of college experience, and you know, they know what they're doing. I think they look at a team like North and they look at what they've been able to do. Wins over Marshfield, Memorial, Monona Grove, and they're going to be reminding their guys, like, you cannot sleep on this team.
Yeah, and the big thing about the Huskies is they can shoot the 3. So they literally could go out on a night and just start knocking down threes like crazy and win a ball game that you wouldn't anticipate them winning.
And with somebody like Roxvold, you got that length and a player who can play inside out.
Yeah, Roxvold and Barrows could light it up from the arc and just carry you for a night.
And just really good depth. But they got to be on. And if they're not, well, you're going to get nights like tonight where there's 5.5 minutes to go and the Huskies are stuck at 35. But give Hudson a lot of credit for that. Schwalbach picks up the dribble. There's LeBlanc. He won't get the roll. Roxvold to Barrows. Regains control. Besson. Little floater, got it, and the foul. Elliot Besson doing some work in the lane. Besson up to 5 points.
Boy, we're down here to 5 minutes to play. You just kind of think that the Raiders could have gone on a run there and really put this thing away, and they've just not been able to. So the Huskies have hung around, and here if they knock down this free throw, it's doing a 6-point game again.
Right, and then you're looking at a couple possessions, and you get a team like North that shoots the 3 well. And another miss from the free throw line. That's 3 missed free throws this half. Huskies 5 of 8 from the line here in the second half. They trail by 7. Lassard backing in. Gets some space and scores.
Physical. Back him down. Get a little bump. Elevate over the top. Knock it down.
Raiders by 9. Lassard up to 11 points. Swavely leading the way with 16. Besson on the drive. Kicks to Roxfold. Roxfold back to Besson. Little two-man game, and Besson drills the three-pointer. Huskies back within 6. Little over 4 minutes to go in this one. JV game went to overtime. What'll happen in the varsity game? Yeager gives it up to Lassard. Swavely on the drive. Kick out. Grodehouse, no good. Roxfold the rebound. Johnson on the push. Tyler Johnson gets in the lane, but he gets fouled. And the foul goes on Tyler Lassard.
Lassard's 3rd and the team's 7th. Huskies are at the line.
Well, Lassard has done a really good job. He had those 2 fouls, probably midway through the first half. Sat for a while, came back into the first half, sat the remainder of the half, but played all through that stretch and up to this point of the second, just picked up the 1 foul. Tyler Johnson makes it a 5-point game. Johnson up to 5 points. Two of 2, Tyler Johnson. 46-42. Raiders in the lead, and they got the basketball. Swavely splits the double team, and
looks like the Raiders used a
Brett
full
Larson
timeout.
watched the timeout. We'll step aside as well. You are watching boys high school basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Security needs to be at the top of the list when it comes to your family, home, and lifestyle. Our focus is providing your family with peace of mind by offering state-of-the-art systems that blend convenience and security into one. It all starts with our security system, which lets you add control of lights, door locks, thermostats, and more. You can control all of them with your touchscreen keypad or your mobile phone. With this state-of-the-art system, home control can be adjusted to your lifestyle automatically.
It's state-of-the-art security that fits into your lifestyle and your life. Give us a call today to learn more.
And we're back in the doghouse, setting up for a great finish here. Hudson and Eau Claire North, the visiting Raiders, up by 4. Bob Radovich, Dave Sparger with you. Final regular season game for both of these teams. Playoffs will begin next week for both the Raiders and these Huskies. But they are competing hard tonight.
Well, this is just a great game to get them ready for the playoffs, isn't it, Bob? Tight, going right down to the wire.
Swavely, nice shot in the lane. Got that little hesitation, got Barrows in the air. Swavely now up to 18 points. Tyler Johnson on the drive. TJ Johnson to Besson. Elliot Besson backing his man down. Besson. And it's blocked by Schwalbach.
Yeah, Schwalbach, great defense right there.
Under 3 minutes to go, 6-point lead for the Raiders. Picking up his dribble in the lane is Grodehouse, but he got out of that jam. Lassard on the drive. Into the lane, off the glass, no, Lassard, offensive rebound. He gets the kick out to Schwalbach. And a reset for the Raiders. 2.5 to go now.
Good patience right there by the Raiders. I like that reset.
Roadhouse will kick it out. Schwalbach drives, dishes, Roadhouse, layup good.
Nice look inside. Roadhouse on a little backdoor cut. Finishes.
8-point lead. Johnson picks up the dribble, and then he throws it away.
Costly turnover right there with just 2 minutes to play.
We've got another timeout on the floor. We'll step aside as well. You're watching boys high school basketball on Zaleski Sports.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Two minutes, 7 seconds to go in this basketball game. It's the Hudson Raiders leading the Eau Claire North Huskies 50-42. Raiders looking to complete the season sweep over the Huskies. It was a 2-point game when these two met in Hudson a couple weeks back. And it'll be Raiders basketball. Lassard to throw it in.
Late game execution right here, and right now the Raiders are doing a little better job the last 4 minutes of executing their offense, taking care of the basketball.
Swavely gets the bucket. He's up to 20 points.
Swavely's been so solid tonight. Big hoop every time they've needed one.
So for the Raiders, it's a 6-0 run. Lead is up to 10. Can the Huskies rally? Whistle away from the basketball and a foul. And that's going to go on Tyler Lassard, and that'll be his 4th.
Yeah, I didn't catch that one. It must have been as the screener was running through the lane there or something. Lassard was asking what the call was.
Barrows up to 7 points now.
Yeah, the Raiders have done a nice job on him tonight. Only 2 3-pointers.
One or two from the line. On the drive, Lassard blocked by Roxbold, but a foul. I'm going to say Roxbold got him with the body. It's the second foul on Roxbold.
Yeah, Roxbold did a nice job of trying to go straight up and just kind of wall that off, but I'm going to say he kind of went into the action and created that too much contact, I guess.
Coming in now for the Huskies is Carter Burns. TJ Johnson will check out. One or two for Lassard.
Little offense, defense now for the Raiders. Lassard will come out anytime they're going to be on defense. He'll come in with the ball.
10-point lead, minute 30 left. Tyler Johnson. Burns. Barrows. Johnson, three-pointer, no. Batted around. LeBlanc the rebound. Swavely gets it, and he's fouled right away, and we'll go to the other end to shoot free throws. Huskies that had been a red-hot shooting team through much of this latter part of the season. Shots were not going down tonight. And I think you got to give the Hudson defense a little credit for that.
Yeah, absolutely. They were really making an effort to always have a hand in their face when they were outside the arc, making them put it on the floor. When they put it on the floor, they walled them up, did a really nice job. But again, we talked about their defense, right? We talked about the Raiders coming into this and how they were only allowing 54.5 a game, and right now they've got the Huskies only at 43.
2-2 for Swavely.
Swavely up to 22.
Tyler Johnson fires it to Gust, his three-pointer. That's no good. Battle for the rebound, and who's there but Mr. Sam LeBlanc. Just always in the right place at the right time.
And I just keep looking at his stats, at least, or his stature. He's like 6'1", and every time he's getting those boards, he's clearing out space. You think, hey, this dude's got to be 6'4", 6'5", but he just knows how to position. He's always in the right spot. He's probably got close to 10 boards tonight.
Yeah, he just knows the game. Just knows how to play. Announcer jinx in effect again. Tyler Johnson working hard down low.
Tough shot.
Puts that one in. That's like a shot you use in horse.
I was going to say, that's a
Banking
YMCA shot right there.
Yeah, that for sure. Another timeout on the floor. We'll step aside as well. You're watching boys high school basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
State hockey. It is the final countdown. We're under a minute to go here in the second half. It's the Hudson Raiders leading the Eau Claire North Huskies 55-45. Again, it was a 3-point North lead at the break. A first half that Huskies led by as many as 8, but Hudson made it a manageable margin at the break and then just roared out of the locker room in the second half, took control of this game, and they haven't given it up.
Yeah, you're right, Bob. They've just been kind of in control ever since they went on that about 10-0 run or 13-2 run there to start the second half, and just kind of owned it the whole rest of the way.
However, the Hudson Raiders will have to settle for second place in the Big Rivers Conference, and that's because the Eau Claire Memorial Old Abe's got a win up at Chippewa Falls tonight. We're still trying to get a final score on that one, but I got the information from Chippewa Falls Athletic Director Mike Thompson, who I think would know these things. And his text just said ECM won big. Well, so congrats to the Old Abes.
To the Old Abes, an outright title for them.
So 12-2 is what Memorial will finish the BRC regular season. Raiders in fine shape to finish at 11-3. So solid seasons for both of those clubs. Memorial, meanwhile, will be the number 4 seed in that bracket. That means a home game with Appleton East on Friday, March 1st. So it'll be interesting to see how the BRC teams do in the postseason. Burns from distance, rims out. Barrows, baseline, layup, good. Barrows is up to 9 points.
And it looks like Coach Kessler of the Huskies are just going to empty the bench here and let the other kids get a chance here the last 32 seconds.
Grotehouse at the line for the Raiders. Yeah, at this point, Sparks, it's the final score that is to be determined. So Huskies seniors, the regulars get a nice ovation, and yeah, got the senior night you would hope for. They really wanted to finish strong, but they'll have a little time to regroup and get ready for the postseason, and they'll have a week and a day to prepare for that road trip over to the Fox Valley to take on a really strong NENA program. And you can't count the Huskies out just because of how they can shoot and the fact they've beat some good teams along the way.
What a credit to this program, and what a great job they've done from last year to this year. Where last year they were 2-12 in the conference, and this year they'll finish 7-7. Just an outstanding job of building and moving forward for better things.
2-12 in the conference, 2-23 overall, and yet they return 9 seniors. So credit to those guys for saying, hey, we think there are better things ahead. This one is in the books. Hudson Raiders 57, Eau Claire North Huskies 47. With the win, Hudson finishes 16-8, 11-3 in the Big Rivers Conference, which is good for second place in the BRC. Eau Claire North 12-12 overall, 7-7 in the Big Rivers. But as we were talking about, huge improvement from last year.
Yeah, just an outstanding job. Again, led by those seniors. You got to give them credit, sticking with the program and really producing this year. Well, again, you just go back to last year, 2 wins, and now getting 12 this year. Just a great job by those kids leading the way. So, the regular season is now over, and we can all look ahead to the postseason in boys high school basketball. We're all excited about that. Coming up next, the postgame show brought to you by Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Rely on the experience of our sports medicine team. When you experience any sports-related injury or issue, you can count on prompt, proper diagnosis and customized treatment plan to meet your goals. Their orthopedic surgeons and our athletic trainers serve your athlete in Eau Claire, Chippewa Falls, and western Wisconsin. That is coming up next on Zaleski Sports.
Hip impingement and hip labral tears are common causes of hip and groin pain and are often the result of repetitive use from crouching sports or trauma. Today, we are visiting Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Dr. Carlson, a partner with Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, is in the forefront of using a newer procedure called hip arthroscopy, which allows minimally invasive access to a joint and treatments to problems never addressed before. Using hip arthroscopy, Dr. Carlson is able to repair tissue without dislocating the hip and without replacing it.
Hip arthroscopy is where a surgeon takes a camera on the end of a long wand, which we call a scope, and through a small poke hole incision in your skin, delivers that scope into a joint. In this particular case, we're talking about hip arthroscopy, where that scope would be put in the hip joint. The hip joint first has to be dislocated or the ball and socket pulled apart. When that's pulled apart, we can access the joint and look around and do the work we're talking about doing. Once inside the joint, through other portals, we call them, those poke holes that we use to access the joint, we can use other instruments, again on the end of a long wand, to perform the work inside the joint. Things like repairing the cartilage rim of the socket, called the labrum, fixing cartilage defects or problems on the head of the ball or the lining of the socket, repairing tissue around the hip, such as ligaments or capsule, repairing tendons that attach to the hip, or releasing them if need be, depending on the particular problem.
Dr. Carlson's goal is to eliminate the segment of untreated patients or patients with delayed treatment who have curable hip pathology, educating potential patients and their providers that these symptoms are not things they need to live with, or that they are not from their back or groin pulls or early arthritis. Few orthopedic surgeons are operating on hips through a scope because it is a newer and technically difficult surgery. Therefore, certain diagnoses may be missed by physicians not familiar with these newer treatment options.
Patients I see with hip joint pain that can be fixed and not just replaced can range from their mid-teens or younger teens to 50, 60 years old. In the past, patients who had labral tears in their hip were told that they may have some pre-arthritis or an early arthritic problem. They may be told that they were just prone to frequent groin pulls in the sport of their choice. And taking some time away from their sport, they may sometimes be able to return to the sport with just continued pain. And fortunately now, with our knowledge of the concept of labral tears and our ability to treat that problem, we can take people who are otherwise just waiting 20 years to undergo a hip replacement, or just feeling that they can't ever participate in that activity because they'll just keep getting groin pulls. We can take that person, we can make them better, we can fix their problem, we can bring them back to their sport, and allow them to continue to develop as an athlete or as a worker or whatever particular activity they're trying to do where that hip was affecting them.
Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine has been committed to the healthcare needs of patients in western Wisconsin for over 45 years. Their success and reputation as an outstanding orthopedic clinic can be attributed to the teamwork of their friendly, knowledgeable physicians and staff.
Here at Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, we have 12 partners, orthopedics, neurosurgery, non-operative spine, and foot and ankle. We really pride ourselves in listening closely to the patients and hearing what they're saying, spending a lot of time engaging in the conversation of what is really bothering that person.
After meeting with the patient, Dr. Carlson determined that his difficulties had all been related to painful hip impingement.
It was incredibly important.
From Logan up there. All right, we are back at the Doghouse. Hudson Raiders 57-47 winners over Eau Claire North. Sam Swavely, Tyler Lassard joining me now. Sam, let's start with you. 22 points. When you came into this gym tonight, did you think you were going to have a big night, or was that just coming in the flow of the game?
Definitely flow of the game. You know, mainly just the point was try to win the game. You know, last game of the year, definitely a chance at winning conference. You know, it wasn't the best chance, but yeah, I mean, I was just trying to get a nice team win. Yeah, definitely not like thinking 22 points, but it just kind of happens.
Tyler, you wound up with 11, but there was a point there in the second half. You picked up your second foul. They built an 8-point lead. You had to come to the bench. What did you guys do to kind of get that lead down to 3 going into the break?
The bench came in, stepped up, played well, and it's a good team win.
For you guys, and then you start that second half and you kind of took control of the game. What did you guys talk about during the break? Was it strategy, or was it just you guys executing your game plan better?
Yeah, I mean, we knew defensively we were fine. You know, I think it was 20-23 at halftime, so we held them to 23 points. So it wasn't really defense. It was mainly offense. We just had attacked the rim because they weren't really playing help defense. So we just kind of just looked to be a little bit more aggressive offensively.
So you wrap up the regular season. You're 16-8. You finish in second place in the Big Rivers Conference. Now you turn your attention to the postseason. What's going to be important for you guys over the next 8 days before you get back on the court in a game situation on March 1st?
Just lock in practice and play some defense.
That sounds like a winning formula. All right, so you guys are in the Zaleski Sports Highlight House, so you know the drill. I'm going to give you the microphone, and you guys take it away. And as soon as my man Logan gives you the thumbs up, do your best.
I'm Sam Swavely.
I'm Tyler Lassard.
And we're in the house.
Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate it. Hey, best of luck in the postseason. Perhaps we'll see you down the road. All right, so that's going to do it for our basketball regular season coverage on Zaleski Sports. We'll keep you posted via social media on what the plan is for the postseason. One thing we can tell you for sure is that we will have boys high school hockey from Hudson sectional final in Division I. It'll be number 2 seeded Stevens Point against the top seeded Chippewa Falls Cardinals. That ought to be a great game, and we'll have it for you. Puck drop scheduled for 4 p.m. Saturday right here on Zaleski Sports. Mike Schwengler will join me for that one. For my color commentator tonight, Dave Sparger, I'm Bob Bradovich saying good night from the Doghouse at Eau Claire North High School.